Hi, my name is Ron Dorn, and I would like to go over with you some background information about Stage 0 Question 6, which is to talk about the landforms of the San Francisco Volcanic Field and the San Francisco Peaks. So one of the functions of the introductory lab, like a Stage 0, is to give you a feel for the location of the game board because it would make a lot more meaning. And plus, this is a physical geography class. So even processes like lightning and thunderstorms play out on the landforms and on the vegetation. It all interacts. So the question itself is pretty basic. You're given 3 locations that you visit in the game, and you match them with 3 different types of volcanoes. So here are the 3 different locations with the camera angle pulled back so you can see the entire feature. And this is another location and the third location in the game. I've gone in and take screenshots of them so it'll go faster in this video presentation for you. So before we go over these characteristics, let's provide a bit of a background, assuming that you don't remember much about the volcanoes lecture in GPH 111. The area is the San Francisco Volcanic Field, and this information is pulled up in the PDF file on page 16 by just clicking on this link to the Arizona Geological Survey. And the orientation of this view is I-17, I-40, Highway 89, and Highway 180. This goes up to Page in the Grand Canyon, 180 goes up to the Grand Canyon. And you see all these little pimples in the view. They're cinder cones. The larger mountains are composite volcanoes like Mount St. Helens or Mount Rainier. It's a mixed volcanic field, and there's also an awful lot of lava flows. So the first type of volcano is a composite volcano, and you are taken to a view of Mount St. Helens here and how it blew out to the north, where the open caldera flushed out in a landslide and the volcano erupted, leaving a giant caldera facing the north. So here's a link to a 3D view from Google Maps of Mount St. Helens. And if I jump to this view, um, you can see that Mount St. Helens is blown out to the north-hand side. If I click on this link to the San Francisco Volcanic Field, it's a view straight down, and it's the same shape blown out to the east. So if we look at the screenshot from the game from an oblique angle, this bowl here is the bowl of a composite volcano. Notice the fairly steep sides of a very thousands of feet tall volcano, where it starts out less gentle slopes and steeper as you go towards the top, which is the typical shape for a composite volcano. Another very common type of landform associated with stratovolcanoes is called a lava dome. Sometimes they're called a rhyolite dome for the rhyolite rock type, and sometimes they're called a dacite dome for the dacite rock type. And the idea here is that the lava is so thick and pasty that there might be multiple vents, but it doesn't flow very well. So it comes out like a dome and it just solidifies. So there are 2 features of domes in the San Francisco peaks. One of them is called Sugarloaf Mountain, and it exists at the mouth of the inner basin. And the other dome is Eldon Mountain that overlooks Flagstaff. This is Eldon Mountain. And in the game, in the 3D view of the game, Eldon Mountain is thick and pasty as reflected by the fairly steep slopes, even steeper than the San Francisco Volcanic Field. So Eldon Mountain was a dacite dome, very thick, that overlooks Flagstaff here below. But the most common type of lava feature you see in the San Francisco volcanic fields is a cinder cone with the associated lava flows. This is San, this is SP crater. I won't tell you what the SP stands for, but the S is a naughty word and P is pot. Um, it's a cinder cone and it has a basalt flow emanating from it. If you back out, you're going to see lots of these black basalt flows all over the place. And if you jump to Sunset Crater, there's a big area of lava flow all surrounding Sunset Crater Volcanoes National Monument. But in the game, you jump to SP Crater, a cinder cone, and you can see the associated lava flow. Hopefully, this will make the game more interesting for you as you explore different aspects of the landforms on which the lightning plays out.